Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the Ambassador for Love. A couple of weeks ago, I wrote a blog on how a man will make you either a priority or a convenience. And you would imagine the feedback we got on that blog. And the question that primarily came up is, well, how do I make a man make me a priority? Well, here's the thing, is you can't make a man make you a priority. You can't make him make you a priority no more than you can make him like sushi. But here's the secret. Are you ready? You can influence his decision so that he'll want to make you a priority. Want to know how to do that? Well, pay close attention. See, the first thing you need to do is you need to show him that you want him and you need him. Now, I know for some of you listening, you're that strong, independent woman. I bet you rock in your business life. You know what? But when it comes to being a woman and being in a relationship, a man doesn't want to be with another man. That's cool that you do it in your business life, and you know what? He'll love and respect that about you. But when it comes to being his woman, he wants a soft, feminine woman. Doesn't mean you have to be a pushover. Doesn't mean that you can't have your opinions, but he wants a woman. And that's a partner who's going to come from that feminine energy to show him that you're available and that you want to be that partner. So if you're playing this, I don't need a man kind of thing, you know what? You got to knock it off, okay? That's not going to make a man want to be with you. Why is he going to want to be with you if you're showing him you don't need a man? You know, and that kind of leads us to the second tip. This is something that's really important, is that you've got to build a man up. I'm going to confess, us men have huge egos. It's that whole knight in shining armor, prince on the white horse. We want to come riding through, showing our women that we're there for them, that we can take care of them. And nothing gets us off more than knowing that when we do that, that our woman loves and appreciates us. Now, if you're with a man who doesn't act like that, get rid of the bum, okay? He's not a man, he's a boy. But, you want to find yourself a guy that shows up, that takes care of you, that is the man, that take, he's the protector. Go back to the caveman days, the hunter and gatherer. He goes out, he does, and he provides for his woman. Now, it doesn't mean he has to do it financially. This is a different world. You may be more successful for him, but emotionally, he feels like the man. And the worst thing you can do to a man is to put him down. Okay, it's to criticize him, it's to condemn him, it's to emasculate him. You cut a guy's balls off and forget it, he's done. He may not leave the relationship physically, but emotionally, he's checked out. Okay, and here's the thing, this is why a lot of guys cheat, why a lot of guys stray, is because they want to feel like a man. And so if they're with a woman who's putting them down, who's cutting his nuts off, eventually he's just like, this doesn't work for me. No more than it works for you with a guy who put you down, who treats you like a piece of dirt. Okay? That's not how a true, happy, fulfilling, and successful relationship works. And so the third tip is that you want to show him that you're emotionally available. I hear all the time from ladies that, you know what? I want a guy who's emotionally available, who's going to open up, who's going to be there for me. Well, you know what? Guess what? It works two ways, okay? So, look, being emotionally available doesn't mean that you don't have stuff. Look, every human being has stuff. Me, my wife, the Pope, the president, your next door neighbor, your kid's teacher, everybody's got their stuff. But there's difference between having stuff and growing and knowing about it and working on it versus having baggage that's keeping you from being the person you need to be a healthy partner. Okay? So here's some advice that'll help you. If you got some stuff, if you know it's there, simply deal with it. See, here's a big aha. You can't run from your stuff, your baggage, okay? If you got something in your past that you're not at peace with, that's affecting you and how you act and how you open up, then you know what? It's like pushing a beach ball under the water, okay? You can do it temporarily, but sooner or later it's going to come up and it's going to smack you in the face. It may cause you to ruin a relationship, it may cause you never to get into a relationship, it may cause you to sabotage a relationship, okay? If you've got baggage, you've got things that are affecting you, affecting your ability to be a true, healthy partner, then here's some advice. Simply deal with it. Now, let me preface this by saying, if you've got, some stuff in your past, some baggage, it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're fixed. It doesn't mean that, it's not a bad thing. We've all got it, okay? So it's simply a matter of dealing with it. this is what I want you to realize. If you're listening to this and it resonates with you, is that the longer you run from it, the worse it's going to be, and the more it actually costs you. One of the things that I find so amazing with the women that I mentor is that they're afraid to go there. And then when we talk about it and we process it, they realize that, what, by not going there and not dealing with it, the pain is 100 times worse and it's fucking up their life so much more. So yeah, you might have to shed some tears. You might have to look at stuff and own up to, some things that you've been doing, but big friggin' deal. Isn't it better to do that, deal with it and get past it, and then go on and have the kind of relationship you really want and attract the kind of guy that's going to be there and commit his life to you? Because here's another aha moment. If you're a guy, would you want to commit yourself, your life, your heart to a woman who's not going to be there, okay, emotionally, okay? And this is, one of the things when I first learned this, it's like, wow, this makes so much sense. See, to be a true healthy partner, you've got to be vulnerable. You've got to have the ability to open yourself up. And if you're a woman, you don't have to do that emotionally. You have to open yourself physically. And that's a very scary place to be, especially if you've done that in the past and you've gotten burned. And so you've got to realize that the only way to get there is to do that. But the key is learning to do that with the right guy for the right reasons. The guy that's going to help you work through that. My wife and I both have our stuff, and I'll be the first to admit it. But you know what? Me being there and helping her through her stuff and her helping me through mine, and knowing that we could always be there for each other and count on each other and support each other, is what has made our relationship and our marriage that much better today than the day we got married. And so, you don't have to be perfect. Your mate doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to make sure that there's no baggage. So I know I threw a lot at you today, but I really recommend that you go back and you watch this at least another 1, 2, or 3 times, because if you want to make a guy make you a priority, you can. But if you do these things that we talked about, you can influence him and show him that making you a priority will be the best thing for himself. And once you do that, then a man will make you a priority on his own. He won't need any help. Have an awesome day. We'll see you next time. God bless.